Hi everyone, Flaming Footy here and welcome back to a new YouTube video on the channel. And today guys, we are going to be continuing our AFL 2023 fixture reaction series, and in today's video we are going to be doing the Fremantle fixture reaction. Alright, so pretty simple as per usual, obviously going in alphabetical order throughout the series. So already done Adelaide, Brisbane, Carlton, Collingwood, Essendon. Obviously we're doing Fremantle today, and then teams like Sydney, West Coast, Western Bulldogs will be towards the back end of the series. For me though, St Kilda are one of the teams that do enter 2023 with a question mark. I do normally have a couple of teams. Last year it's Fremantle for me that enter with a question mark. Also Richmond was another one, which I really like. Well, what are they going to do this year? It's kind of time for them. But this year it's really Carlton, Gold Coast and St Kilda for mine, which do go in with some big question marks as to what these teams can possibly do. Some others include Brisbane and Collingwood as well. But yeah, I think Carlton, Gold Coast and St Kilda are some teams that really do have quite important things to do in 2023. I'm not going to go over what they all are. That's for individual fixture reactions. But yeah, I feel like for St Kilda, new coach, hopefully a new playing style. This is going to be interesting to see. And they kick off round one with the perfect game of, obviously, Ross Lyon was involved a lot with Fremantle and is going to be battling out his former side in round one as a brand new coach to St Kilda at Marvel Stadium in the Sunday afternoon time slot. This is going to be a cracking contest. I feel like this probably could be one of the best games of the round. I reckon this is going to be a really solid contest. So round number 2, Fremantle head to WA for their first home game of 2023. Now there is no WA home games in round 1 for Fremantle or West Coast due to an Ed Sheeran concert, but due to the season starting 1 round early due to Magic Round pushing the season to 24 rounds. But Fremantle and West Coast will both be at home in round 2, and Fremantle playing North Melbourne on a Saturday night, which probably not going to be the best of matchups, but who knows. So round number 3 is the derby between West Coast and Fremantle, or between Fremantle and West Coast now. This one was rumoured before the full fixture actually came out. I think it was West Coast that did leak this on their website, so there was plenty of fixture leaks before the whole thing did come out. From numerous club websites, including Gold Coast, West Coast, and the Western Bulldogs as well. So there were definitely tons of leaks as well before the full fixture came out. But obviously, you know, seeing the full fixture in your own eyes is obviously brilliant. But yeah, there we go, round 3, Fremantle versus West Coast. Round 4, the Dockers travel to Adelaide, which this could be a good game here. Adelaide versus Fremantle. It was a great game last year in round 1. Maybe it's going to be another good one this year back at the Adelaide Oval. Obviously, we all remember that Heath Chapman absolute brilliant save to stop a draw in the first round of the season. In round number 5, obviously Magic Rounds, every team travels to Adelaide. It's going to be Fremantle and Gold Coast. Now this at Norwood Oval could be an interesting game. Gold Coast may upset the Dockers. It might not happen. It's Adelaide, so it's going to be neutral territory. This game is probably going to be another cracker. So round 6, elimination final rematch here, Fremantle versus Western Bulldogs. I think this could be another great game. For whatever reason, on Friday nights, Fremantle at home, it's just a disaster for whatever reason. Fremantle cannot play prime time in their own home grounds because they just can't do it. It's unbelievable. Most games they played at Optus Stadium this year, I remember especially that one against Melbourne, they were just poor in that game against that round 20 clash versus Melbourne in their retro Guernsey. They can't play in their retro Guernsey, and some Friday night time slots in Perth, they just can't play. Like they just I don't know what it is. It's just insane. So this should be a must-win game. I reckon this will be a highly anticipated game for round 6. Elimination final rematch. We all saw what happened last year. This will be a good one. So round 7, surprising one here is that Brisbane versus Fremantle, 1:45 at the Gabba. No Channel 7 game for this, Brisbane versus Fremantle. This is a mouth-watering matchup here, and it's not going to be given Channel 7, which is quite a surprise to see. But look, I don't mind like some games not being on Channel 7, but yeah, I feel like this one probably should have been on Channel 7 for sure. This is a mouth-watering clash. Fremantle, where they finish this year is going to be interesting to see. Brisbane, with their inclusion, should be looking at a top spot. But I still feel like this will be a great game. 2 big teams, 2 big non-Victorian clubs as well, battling out that's probably why I didn't get a Channel 7 game, for that matter of fact. So round number 8 is going to be Fremantle versus Hawthorn at Optus Stadium on a Saturday night. Now, I don't believe this will be a Channel 7 game, but this is still going to be a good game. Now, here's why. A, Fremantle in Perth in primetime games sometimes doesn't go perfectly well. But the other thing that I have to say, though, is that they've played Hawthorn a couple of times in Perth over the last few years, and I feel like these two sides do actually dish up a pretty good game 9 times out of 10. So I feel like this could be another good game. This could be the game, though, where Fremantle do absolutely go and blow out Hawthorn. But it seems like these two sides do give some pretty good games. So this could be a surprising good game of round number 8. So round number 9, pretty similar to the round 7 clash, Sydney versus Fremantle at the SCG, 145. Again, it's another mouth-watering clash between two non-Victorian clubs, probably hence why that didn't get a Channel 7 game. But I do think this is going to be another absolutely cracking contest here as well, because it is nice to always go ahead and see some non-Victorian sides battle it out, especially the big ones as well, like these two sides. This is going to be another great contest. So round number 10, this is another mouth-watering contest along with Collingwood and Carlton in round number 10. Fremantle versus Geelong here Saturday twilight at Optus Stadium. This is a mouth-watering game. Geelong in Perth is going to be interesting to see, and then Fremantle at home in front of their home fans against one of the best sides in the comp. This is a must-watch game, I reckon. If you can watch this game, definitely do watch it. This is going to be an absolute cracking contest between these two sides. And along with Collingwood and Carlton, probably one of the must-watch games of the round. Collingwood, Carlton, and Fremantle Geelong for round number 10. This is a must-watch contest. So round 11, Melbourne versus Fremantle, MCG, 2:10 Victorian time. This is a disappointment as well. This game's not on Channel 7, to be completely honest. A surprise, but again though, sometimes you got to have some good games that aren't on Channel 7 as well, because you've only got limited games in a round when there's 9 games around. But this is going to be another good game. Fremantle, in my opinion, this kind of stretch here, again, starting off with versus the Western Bulldogs, all the way down so far to Melbourne and counting. Then you got Richmond. I reckon this is their most interesting stretch, and it's probably their must-watch stretch for the whole season. They may not be one of the teams that you might like to watch, but I reckon this is going to be a really must-watch stretch here for Fremantle, and this will prove whether their premiership chances as well. Doggies, Lions, Hawthorn, Sydney, Geelong, Melbourne, Richmond, pretty much all other than Hawthorn are going to be pretty tough games in this stretch. And Melbourne's going to be another tough one at the MCG. They did beat them last year to stop Melbourne going 11-0. This is going to be a cracking contest, this one. So by round 12, and then round 13, a prime timer here, Channel 7 game, Saturday night. Fremantle versus Richmond at Optus Stadium. This is going to be another cracking game. This is what I've been saying about this stretch being such a good one here for Fremantle. They may lose all these games, and that'll just show they aren't really a premiership chance. But these are against the toughest side in the competition, I reckon, in this stretch that I've just gone over. And yeah, that stretch is going to be interesting to watch. It's going to be very interesting from a watching point of view, and it's going to see whether they can definitely attack a flag. And this interesting stretch finishes off with Richmond on a Saturday night. And again, nothing much to say, but this is just going to be another cracking contest. So round 14, they play the Giants at Giants Stadium. And then in round 15, they play the Bombers in another Saturday night game at Optus Stadium on another Channel 7 game. And this, Essendon haven't played in, I don't think they played in Perth in 2022. They did against West Coast, but not against Fremantle. So it's going to be interesting to see this. I feel like these two sides have dished up some pretty decent games the past couple of years, although in the past couple of years they have been evenly ranked. Obviously, the Dockers blew them out last year, and probably will do the same again on home turf in round 15. Round 16, they play the Dogs at Marv, which is going to be another good game. Carlton play Fremantle round 17 Optus Stadium. That's going to be good. And then they play Collingwood, Sydney, Geelong, Brisbane. There you go again. Look at this. Starting from the Dogs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 more games in another very big stretch here to see if they're going to be premiership favourites. They're playing some pretty tough teams twice. They're playing the Dogs twice. They're playing the Swans twice. They're playing the Cats twice. They're playing the Lions twice. they're playing some big teams twice. Massive teams twice here are Fremantle. Then they've got West Coast in Derby. Then they've got Port Adelaide. And then to finish off the year, they've got Hawthorn at the MCG, which could be a tough game. So that's how their fixture goes. Now look, I'm going to point it out again. Round 6 all the way through to round 13, excluding round 12 obviously, is a very big must-watch lot here for Fremantle. Then again, round 16 all the way through to 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 16 to 21 again is another really must-watch lot here for Fremantle. So I think, well, that's going to be the toughest part of their fixture. It's not too bad of a start. I reckon they could probably really go 5-0 to start the season. It's just going to be this patch right here, which is going to, I reckon this patch here sets up their season. They were going to be an interesting side going into 2022. And I do say the same for 2023. Just look at how their fixtures laid out. I reckon they've got one of the toughest fixtures in the competition right here. And they've got games that they could lose 5 or 6 in a row easily. But then they get back and win two or three more in a row. So they've got a very interesting fixture. That's all I'm going to say. It's one of the most interesting in the competition. And I could probably look at this for a long time. And you could make tons of assumptions by this fixture. I'm not going to do any assumptions. I feel like somewhere in the top 8 should still be achievable for Fremantle. But yeah, let me know what you think of this fixture. It's a very unique fixture. They play lots of big teams in big little clunks. Like they just get a big chunk of teams. Here you go. Have 6 premiership favourites and just see how you go. See if you can establish as one of them. And that's going to be really interesting in this season for Fremantle. Just their patches. Two 5 or 6 game patches of really big teams. Let's see if they can prove what they have to make the finals and see how they go in these big parts where they've got some really big blockbuster sides. Because, yeah, they've got them. They've got 2 lots of like 5 or 6 games. It's going to be very difficult in 2022. So before I sign off today, I just want to let you guys all know there's going to be a few more videos coming for the year, but because the end of the year is nearing very soon, this fixture reaction series will carry over into 2023. And also, I do want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas. Hopefully you have a great Christmas, safe Christmas and all that as well, because it's going to be the last video before I have a bit of a Christmas break. And I'll probably be back 26th or 27th. I'm not quite sure just yet. But anyway, though, I'm going to work it out between 26th or 27th anyway as to when the next video will be uploaded, which will probably be Geelong's fixture reaction, which they've also been rumoured to have a very hard fixture for 2023. So again, Merry Christmas, guys. And yeah, I'll see you guys in a couple more videos before 2023. But thank you guys all so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. See you guys in another video on the channel. Thank you guys all so much for watching. So bye everyone. Flaming Footy out. Merry Christmas.